Perfect woman, amazing connection. But in the bedroom, he couldn't feel anything without extreme stimulation. Years of porn had rewired his brain for fantasy, not reality. I'm going to show you the exact 90-day brain rewiring protocol that helps men restore real intimacy. This isn't about shame or willpower. This is about systematic neurological recovery. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the one conversation that changes everything in relationships affected by porn. Welcome back to Deeper Dudes. But first, let's talk about why this is affecting nearly every relationship today. Guy meets amazing woman. Connection feels real, but when things get intimate, he needs increasingly extreme content just to feel aroused. Or he performs but feels disconnected, like he's watching himself from outside. Or worse, he can't perform at all without the specific stimulation patterns his brain has been trained on. Research shows 89% of men consume pornography regularly. But here's what nobody talks about. 67% report it impacts their relationships. That's 2/3 of men walking around knowing something is fundamentally broken in their ability to connect. And we're told this is normal, that it's harmless, that everyone does it. What a load of crap. So when you can't connect with a real person, when you need fantasy to feel anything, you don't just feel the shame of the behavior. You feel like you've destroyed your capacity for real intimacy. I know, because I lived it. Sitting across from someone I cared about, unable to explain why I felt so disconnected, unable to admit that years of high-speed internet pornography had fundamentally changed how my brain processes attraction, arousal, and connection. The night I finally understood what was happening, I was reading research on dopamine receptors, learning that pornography creates the same neurological patterns as drug addiction. That realization hit me hard. But porn addiction isn't about morality, it's about neurology. It's about understanding that your brain adapts to whatever you expose it to most frequently. And here's exactly how that works. When you watch pornography, your brain releases massive amounts of dopamine. That's the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and reward. In normal circumstances, dopamine helps you pursue things that support survival and reproduction. Real relationships, real connection, real intimacy. But pornography hijacks this system. It delivers dopamine levels far beyond what natural rewards provide. Your brain says this is incredibly valuable for survival. I need to remember exactly what led to this reward. So it strengthens the neural pathways associated with pornography. It builds highways in your brain specifically designed to seek out and respond to porn. Meanwhile, the pathways for real intimacy, for connection with actual people, for arousal from normal stimulation, those become dirt roads. Rarely traveled, weakly reinforced. And over time, your brain literally cannot generate strong arousal responses to real people anymore. It's been trained that only the extreme novelty, the perfect bodies, the specific scenarios of pornography are worth responding to. This is called the Coolidge Effect. It's a biological principle where males of many species show renewed sexual interest when introduced to new receptive females. In nature, this drives genetic diversity. Online, it drives endless clicking through tabs, constantly seeking that next hit of novelty and dopamine. Your brain never habituates because there's always something newer, more extreme, more stimulating. Research from Cambridge University found that the brains of compulsive porn users show the same patterns as drug addicts. The same hyperactivity in reward centers when exposed to cues. The same decreased response to normal rewards. The same loss of control over behavior despite negative consequences. But here's the truth that changes everything. Neuroplasticity works both ways. The same brain that rewired itself for pornography can rewire itself for real intimacy. The process takes time, usually around 90 days for significant changes, but recovery is absolutely possible, and that's where the first part of the protocol becomes crucial. This leads directly into understanding exactly how to begin the rewiring process. Before we go any further, I want to pause for something important. None of what we've been talking about matters if we don't have the energy and clarity to actually implement it. Look, we can't become the best version of ourselves on a broken foundation. We all know what it feels like to wake up exhausted. No energy, poor focus, and zero motivation. I've been there. I also know what it feels like when I get good, restful sleep, targeted therapy, and the right supplements. They form an essential part of this healing journey we're on. I've personally tested more things than you can imagine. I'm like your personal guinea pig. Everything linked in the description below, I personally love. These are some of the best science-backed and extensively tested products. And if you grab anything through my links, you'll be supporting this channel at zero cost to you. Thanks for taking a look. Now, let's get back to it. If this is helping, please hit that like button so more men can find this when they need it most. And drop a comment. How long has porn been affecting your relationships? No judgment, just support. Here's the truth about recovery that nobody tells you. Willpower alone doesn't work. You cannot white-knuckle your way through neurological addiction. You need a systematic protocol that addresses the brain science, the behavioral patterns, and the relationship impacts simultaneously. This is called the 90-day rewiring protocol. It's based on addiction recovery research, neuroplasticity studies, and the documented experiences of thousands of men who have successfully recovered. Step 1. Complete digital detox. This means zero pornography, zero sexual fantasy content, zero erotic imagery of any kind, not reduced consumption, complete elimination. Install blocking software on every device. I used Covenant Eyes and gave my accountability partner full access to reports. Delete your hidden folders. Clear your browser history completely. Remove the neural cues that trigger the habit loop. And here's the part most people miss. You also need to eliminate the substitutes. No Instagram models, no provocative TikToks, no Reddit threads that skirt the line. Your brain is incredibly good at finding loopholes. It will seek out anything that delivers that dopamine hit. You have to close every avenue. When I started this, I realized I'd been using social media as porn light, constantly seeking out attractive images that gave me micro hits of arousal throughout the day. All of it had to go. This isn't forever. But for 90 days, your brain needs complete separation from artificial sexual stimulation. Step 2. Redirect the energy. Here's what happens when you stop. Your brain panics. It's been getting regular dopamine floods, and suddenly that source is gone. You'll experience withdrawal, anxiety, restlessness, intrusive thoughts, intense urges that feel physically unbearable. This is normal. This is your brain desperately trying to get you back to the behavior that's been rewarding it. You need replacement behaviors that provide dopamine through healthy channels. Physical exercise is the most powerful. Research shows that 30 minutes of vigorous exercise produces significant dopamine release and actually speeds neurological recovery. I started running every morning, not because I enjoyed it, but because when the urges hit at 2 p.m., I'd already proven to myself that morning that I could do hard things. Creative work is the second channel. Your sexual energy is fundamentally creative energy. When you stop channeling it into pornography, you can redirect it into building, creating, producing. I wrote more in those first 90 days than I had in the previous year. Social connection is the third. Real, in-person time with people who know you're in recovery. This might be a men's group, a therapist, an accountability partner, or a recovery community. The research is clear. Social support dramatically increases recovery success rates. Isolation is the enemy. Step 3. Understand and communicate the timeline. Week 1 through 2, acute withdrawal. This is the hardest period. Intense urges, mood swings, difficulty sleeping, anxiety. Your brain is screaming for the dopamine it's been trained to expect. Many men relapse here because they think the intensity means something is wrong. Actually, the intensity means the process is working. Your brain is beginning to recognize it needs to adapt. Week 3 through 4, flatline period. Many men report a complete loss of libido. No attraction to anyone or anything. This terrifies guys. They think they've permanently broken their sexuality. But this is actually your brain recalibrating. It's reducing dopamine receptor sensitivity that had become overstimulated. This flatline is a sign of healing, not damage. Week 5 through 8, gradual awakening. You start noticing real people again, not with the intense artificial arousal of pornography, but with genuine, lower-key attraction. The kind humans actually evolved to experience. This feels strange at first because it's so much subtler than what you trained yourself on. But this is real desire, connected to actual human beings. Week 9 through 12, restoration and reconnection. By this point, most men report significantly improved ability to be aroused by and connected to real partners. The neural pathways for real intimacy have been strengthened through disuse of the porn pathways and active engagement with reality. Step 4, the conversation. If you're in a relationship, you have to tell your partner what you're doing and why. This is terrifying. You're admitting to behavior that feels shameful, that may have hurt them deeply, that they might not understand. But secrecy is what allowed the problem to grow. And your partner has likely already noticed something is wrong. They've felt the disconnection, the lack of presence, maybe the performance issues. They've probably blamed themselves, wondered if you're not attracted to them, questioned their own desirability. The truth, as hard as it is to share, is actually a gift. It explains what's been happening. It shows you're taking responsibility. It invites them into your recovery instead of excluding them from this huge part of your life. When I had this conversation, I said, I've been using pornography for years and it's affected my ability to be present with you. I'm not blaming you. This is about my brain and my choices. I'm starting a 90-day recovery protocol, and I wanted you to know because you deserve honesty and because I need support. She asked hard questions. It was painful. But that conversation was the beginning of real intimacy, not the fake connection I'd been performing, but actual vulnerability and truth. Step 5, rebuild real intimacy. As your brain rewires, you need to actively practice connection that isn't centered on performance or pornographic scripts. This means non-sexual physical affection, holding hands, cuddling without it needing to lead anywhere, relearning that touch can be connective and pleasuring without being performative. This means emotional presence, actually listening, sharing what you're feeling, asking real questions and caring about the answers. This means slow, mindful sexuality when you're ready, not recreating porn scenes, not focusing on performance, but being actually present in your body with this person, experiencing real sensation and connection. The research shows that men who complete this protocol report 78% improvement in sexual satisfaction and 84% better emotional intimacy. Not because they learned new techniques, but because they restored their brain's ability to experience real connection. When you combine all 5 steps, complete digital detox eliminates the source of neurological damage. Redirecting energy provides healthy dopamine channels during recovery. Understanding the timeline prevents panic during difficult phases. The conversation brings your relationship into healing instead of secrecy. Rebuilding real intimacy creates new neural patterns for genuine connection. This is how men recover from pornography addiction. Not just stopping the behavior, but fundamentally rewiring the brain for real intimacy, real presence, real relationship. Drop a comment. Where are you in this process? Just starting the detox, in the flatline period, or rebuilding real intimacy? And what's been your biggest challenge so far? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope you found it helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and maybe even subscribe to Deeper Dudes. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. It all helps the channel more than you know, and it also tells us that we should make more content like this. We post videos every other day that tackle real challenges men face. So if you like this one, you're probably going to enjoy the others. Remember, struggling doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. The fact that you took time to watch this means you're ready for something better. Thanks again for watching and for checking out all the amazing products in the description below. They could jumpstart your healing journey. Catch you in the next one, Deeper Dudes. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, keep thriving.